Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, but with this quarantine and stuff, I am still working full time. It hasn't affected me as far as my work goes. But now that all of the quarantine stuff happened, I am cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking. So I figured, like, I love watching YouTube and I love seeing like a bunch of the like what's for dinners and looking at people's different recipes and trying them out myself and seeing if we like them and how they work for us. And I will tell you that I have found so many recipes on YouTube, on Pinterest, Facebook. There's a couple people that are like my choice people to watch. And I'm just, I'm cooking all the time, which I cooked a lot before, but now I cook a lot, like every single day. We basically don't even go out to eat anymore. So with that, we kind of started some new practices and stuff. And I'm just, like I said, I'm having such a great time right now cooking, making all these different things. So this is my first video that I'm going to post on YouTube doing what's for dinner, what we had tonight. And if you guys like this, and if I like filming these, I think they're fun. I definitely this video is going to be pretty rough because I was filming it myself, just one-handed. So definitely if I'm going to continue to do this, then I'm definitely going to pull my tripod back out. And anywho's so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And but yeah, like the kids and my niece, they're always telling me, you cook all the time, why don't you just videotape yourself cooking and then put it up on YouTube? People love watching that. And I just figured, hey, well, why not? I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know if I'm gonna make it like a weekly thing or if I'm gonna go ahead and do it like a daily thing. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of winging it here. Don't know what I'm gonna do. And yeah, so I just wanted to do this little intro video to kind of say that, and say that I'm going to go ahead and do some cooking stuff on here. I know that predominantly I was doing like makeup, and we were doing, the tasting boxes and stuff like that. But I still love makeup and I still do makeup all the time. It's just that, it's just like I said, it was time consuming, and actually I was spending so much money buying so much makeup, and it was getting really ridiculous. So right now I'm like totally into the cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and in the description box below, I'm going to give a shout out to the people that I have been using their recipes. Well, actually just one girl in particular. She's on YouTube. I don't know her, I don't have any affiliation with her, but she cooks such amazing food. And I literally, if you guys don't already watch her, go to her channel, watch her channel, replicate her recipes, and you will not be disappointed. So anyways, here's my video on what was for dinner tonight. Hope you guys like it. Thanks. Hey everyone, good evening. So I'm gonna do another kind of like what's for dinner today. Okay, so I'm gonna make flautas tonight of ground beef and potato, and I'm also gonna make homemade horchata. So I'm getting my 4 cups of water, a cinnamon stick, and then a cup and a half of sugar to make my simple syrup. It's a cup and a half. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that to boil. That's going to be for my horchata. And then I'm going to make homemade salsa for the flautas. And I'm going to be using tomatoes, jalapenos, and serranos, half an onion, and 2 garlic cloves, and I'm going to put them in here to get them boiling. And then basically I'm just going to boil them until the tomatoes get soft. And you notice when they get soft, when the skin starts to kind of crack and peel. And then after that, I'll take them out of here, and then I will put them in my my blender and blend them along with the cilantro. But I have my ground beef over here. I got my potatoes back there. I got to pull some out and peel them. Let me put that together really quick, and then I'll show you. Okay, so let me show you. All right, I have the potatoes going there because basically it's 3 small potatoes and you boil them, and basically you want to get them almost like mashed potato soft. And then over here I have the ingredients for the salsa boiling, and then the simple syrup going over there. So once the simple syrup comes to a boil, then I'll go ahead and turn it off and let it cool down. And then of course, you know, when the chili, the stuff with the chili is ready, then I'll go ahead and take that out. And then of course the papas, when the papas are ready. And then while I put that on the stove, mess over here, I basically washed and just took the top off of the cilantro, so I'm gonna need that for the chile. And then I had to dice up the tomato and onion because when I'm gonna cook that with the ground beef, along with of course like some spices, like I believe it's salt and pepper, some garlic salt and cumin, I think, I'm not sure. I have to look up the recipe. For my recipes and a lot of the ones that I've been using to basically make a lot of these Mexican dishes, which I have my own, I have my like staple Mexican dishes that I make and everything, but I will tell you that I found this girl on YouTube. Her name is Claudia Regalado, and she has some bomb, like super bomb recipes. I have tried about like 6 or 7 of them now, and everything has been good. So these are not like, even the horchata recipe, that's a quick horchata, that's her recipe. And you know, these last couple things I've been making are her recipes. I get a lot of stuff from Pinterest as well. And like I said, I have my recipes, but with like quarantine and everything, basically what we started doing I think I started it last month. I started at the end of June. I basically decided to go ahead and make a calendar of meals. And so basically this is like my meal calendar for August. And so basically I go ahead and I just plan like my whole month. And you know, I go ahead and plan like what I'm going to be making on here. And then like if, you know, depending where I get the recipe from, I'll put like YouTube or Pinterest. And then of course, like if it's stuff that it's one of my recipes, I of course don't need to put anything. So then I just leave it as is. So anywho, yeah, so that actually has worked out really great because it has allowed our family to try out a whole bunch of different recipes that I've never even had before, that I've never even made. It keeps things fresh, so we're not always eating the same thing like over and over again. It's freaking great. I'm telling you, like this whole calendar, basically it's like the kids being at school, except like eating way better dishes. And of course only for dinner, because breakfast I just make whatever, and then lunch, it's usually we're eating leftovers or something. But yeah, so it's super great. I just wanted to tell you guys that's what we've been doing for, you know, this whole Corona thing. That's kind of how I've been doing dinners, and I'll tell you, like, I love it. So anyways, I will show you the next steps that I'm going to be doing here tonight. So my chiles have been on here for a little bit, and you see how the tomato, you see that has like cracked. The skin has cracked. I don't know if it's hard to see, but the skin has cracked there. Why is it like I want to show you and I can't see it? Okay, well anyway, it's cracked there. Let's see if I turn the light on, if that helps. But anywho, so this is basically ready, almost ready. I think I'm gonna let it go like another minute or two, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. And like even the jalapenos are kind of changing colors, which is good because they're getting soft. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the best blender ever. So my Vitamix, this thing is awesome. So worth the money that it costs. It's a great investment piece. I got mine a couple years ago at Costco. It was super expensive. It's so great for making things like the salsas or the sauces. Like when I make pozole, this is where I do you know, I blend all my my sauce stuff. It's flipping great investment. If you don't have one, you should get one. Just saying. I'm telling you, this thing works so good. Watch. So basically I took everything out, added some salt. I just put it on the hot soup. What do I want to say? Selection. Like drawing a blank. Okay. But it's just like great because everything's so freaking quick. Okay, So I didn't want you guys to have to hear like the whole thing. So it's done here. I'm gonna go ahead and just toss in, ooh, look at all that steam. I'm gonna toss in, oh, it smells really good. Oh shoot, that just burned my nose, it was so chilly. I'm gonna toss in my cilantro. All my little bits of cilantro. And I'm gonna toss the lid back on. And I'm gonna go ahead and let it go just real quick to get this cilantro incorporated, but I'm not gonna let it go too long, just like that. Just because, so it's like chopped up, but that you still have the cilantro taste. So basically, I went ahead and did that. So that's gonna be my salsa, and then I'm gonna grab, is where I keep all my bowls. I'm gonna grab a bowl really quick. I think that might be a good size bowl. So basically, you go ahead, take the lid off. Ooh, and there's the salsa. Oh my God, look at that. It smells so good. That salsa smells so darn delicious. Okay, so there's my salsa. Let me taste it. Ooh. Oh my God, it's amazing. It is super spicy, super good. I put the right amount of salt. Oh my God, it's gonna taste bomb on top of the flautas. Ooh, I can't wait. And then I just took my my simple syrup, and I'm just letting it cool down for 30 minutes before I start to do the horchata. So I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm just basically going to keep some oil in the pan, which I've already put in. I just use vegetable oil. You can use, just go ahead and use whatever oil you want. But I went ahead and used vegetable oil, and then right now I'm just letting it heat up. It's kind of hot, but not super hot. And then I'm going to add my onion and tomato to that to cook it up. So let's see. Put that all in there. So I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, so basically I'm gonna have that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook this down. Smells so good. I'm gonna cook this down, and then once I got it cooked to my desired doneness, basically your onion gets nice and soft, then I'm gonna go ahead and put in, I'm gonna basically scoop it out, leave a spot in the middle, and then I'm gonna brown my ground beef. Okay, so I just went ahead and I put my ground beef in the middle, just so it cooks right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do really quickly is I'm going to add some salt, and then some cumin, and I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not doing any kind of direct measurements over here, so I'm just gonna eyeball this. I'm gonna add some garlic salt. Looks like a lot more because I haven't smashed it up yet. And then I gotta grab pepper. I guess doing this and trying to do a pepper mill is not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna use my regular pepper over here. So I'm gonna add pepper, which we love. I love pepper. That's a lot of pepper. Alright. So then basically I'm gonna come over here and grab my thingy. I'm gonna use this one. I have two of them, but this is the clean one, so I'm gonna use this one. So basically now I'm just gonna start. It was frozen earlier, so that's why I have a little more jam. So I'm basically now just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break up my meat. I'm gonna break it up and brown it, and then of course if there's any oil, I'll go ahead and take any oil out. My potatoes are almost ready. I'm kind of usually like when the YouTuber that I watched did this, she did her potatoes first. I'm kind of just doing everything together. I'm just kind of hoping that everything is done together and at the same time. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna go ahead and brown this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you the mix. So my potatoes are finally done. So basically I'm just going to smash them up like this, and then I'm going to add them with my ground beef. Or flautas was basically not working for me, so I decided to make them into tacos instead. Same concept, still gonna taste bomb. Just kind of want to let you know, and they're already looking good. And the meat mixture, it's freaking delicious. I love it. So I'm making my horchata right now, and I forgot to show you kind of what it is. But basically I use the white rice flour, and mix it with quick horchata. And I'm blending it right now with half of the simple syrup and the whole stick of cinnamon. And then once I have that nice smooth consistency, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this 1 gallon jug here. And basically the Vitamix blends it so good that I do not need to strain it. Otherwise you would strain it just to make sure you don't get any of those cinnamon chunks in there. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get la lechera, and I'm gonna put it in my Vitamix with the rest of the simple syrup, and then I'm going to also put in there 2 tablespoons of the Mexican vanilla blend, and then after that I will put in the evaporated milk, and then I'll put in 4 cups of water, and that will be the horchata. Okay, so I went ahead and added my water, and I'm just mixing it now. So basically there's your horchata, it's done. And I'm just gonna add some ice in there to make it nice and cold. And yeah, and so then there is the salsa. Here are all the tacos that we made. And then I'm just gonna add shredded lettuce, the salsa, some Mexican crema, and then I'm also gonna put some queso fresco, because I love me some queso fresco. And yeah, so basically that is what's for dinner tonight. So these are my tacos here, and I went ahead and just put tacos on them. Yeah, I put queso fresco with the lettuce and the salsa, and then some crema. And yeah, it's a hit. Everybody thinks it tastes delicious. Sadie went and got another one. She's hiding behind the paper towels. And Ethan's eating some. Nathaniel's eating 4. And he's loving the salsa. And yeah, so these were a hit.